These Hot Idiots is a podcast featuring our hosts, two full-grown adult men. Together, they watch teen drama and young adult-oriented television shows one episode at a time. These Hot Idiots is a comedy podcast and isn't meant to be taken as real criticism. This podcast uses adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey guys, and welcome to the official Toby Keith Toby Keith Warriors Fan Club podcast.
The Toby Keith what?
The Toby Keith Warriors Fan Club podcast.
So, is this... wait, what part of this is Warriors? Are we talking about Warrior Cats, or...?
No, that's Toby Keith's, fan club. They're called the Warriors.
Oh my god. Okay, no, so this is These Hot Idiots.
No, it's the Toby Keith Fan Club podcast, Warriors Fan Club.
Podcast. Alright, sorry about that. No, I'm sorry. Welcome to Kill Chris McClane, the Total Drama podcast. No.
Chris McClane is a terrorist.
Is a terrorist. This is true facts about Total Drama that you do not know. Alright.
We do a podcast sometimes.
This is These Hot Idiots. We have been gone for a good while just because our schedules haven't really lined up very well.
I got the same days off every week, and it seems like it doesn't help.
Yeah. Well, one week I had 3 days straight off, and now I have, it seems like, just Wednesdays and Saturdays. I don't know what's going on.
And I have Wednesdays and Thursdays off, and I work every other day.
Anyway,
yeah, we're still reviewing Vampire Diaries, just in case.
We're still reviewing Vampire Diaries. That's Ashe. I'm Mega.
With season 3, episode 6. How do you like me now?
How do you like that?
No.
Welcome back, seniors.
Welcome back, seniors.
This is the episode Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
We're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off right now. There's no Nirvana in this episode at all.
Not even. This has a lot of songs, and none of them are even in the same realm as Nirvana in terms of genre, I guess.
No,
we don't even get a post-grunge hit in there, fucking, give us some Nickelback or something,
No, this is late 2000s, early 2010s, all over.
It was when pop music started indie-fying a little bit, I would say, in terms of the culture, because I would say that the 2000s especially, and the early 2010s, I would say it was kind of it was poptimism, and then white guys with acoustic guitars. And then I would say what happened after that is just sort of quirky indie music, like Owl City and fucking OK Go. OK Go was around, but they were kind of a pop punk band, and then they sort of just became whatever the fuck they are now.
Now they just make weird music videos, and that's kind of their thing.
Did you see their music video where it's they recorded themselves on 64 phones and made a mural?
Yeah, that's what they're doing nowadays, is weird artsy stuff with music videos.
They're probably on a contract with YouTube, so they're doing fine. Also, they were in the soundtrack for Burnout 3 Takedown, which all of my opinions and media criticisms revolve around. If you want to understand me, play Burnout 3 Takedown.
Yes, I believe they had Here It Goes Again on Burnout 3 Takedown.
Yeah, they did. Good.
Yeah.
Good song. They were on fucking they were on treadmills.
They were on treadmills. Yeah, that's everyone knows that video, and if you don't, man, you are a baby.
Come on, they jump on the treadmills, and then they rotate, and then they jump again, and they keep rotating.
Yeah, they do all sorts of choreography on treadmills.
Also, the really sweaty guy with the beard is singing, even though the kind of British-looking guy in the suit's the actual singer. That was just a weird thing that that I never understood. It's why is that guy pretending to be the singer? Anyway, Elena woke up.
Elena wakes up and just kind of goes about her day. We're just getting about her morning
for school. but she's got a bite neck, and she's got a neck bite wound and has to cover it with makeup. But eventually she settles on a muffler. My neighbor is playing like really loud hip hop, and it's like vibrating my windows. Sorry.
It's all right. But then she and the Lark go out to the forest, so Lark can show her how to use the punchy.
He's made like steak Wolverine gloves.
Well, they're like gauntlets that shoot stakes out like a fucking My brain is not a crossbow, kind of.
Well, it's like a wrist crossbow, but it's also like
Yeah,
a
like
punch. That's why I said the Wolverine claws, because they kind of pop out when you punch with them.
Yeah.
But like,
And so
Elena can't do it, and the large says it's because she doesn't get the sauce.
she hasn't got the upper body strength to do it.
You know, with how much running you do in this fucking like field of being a vampire girlfriend, you think that she would have at least some upper body strength. Also, she was on the cheer team, so
yeah,
I
know.
assume she was in okay shape to be in the cheer team at least.
Yeah, on the cheerleading squad. Maybe she's just out of practice.
Maybe you should go back to the cheerleading squad. Like cheerleaders and vampire hunters have like a Venn diagram circle.
Exactly.
It's a similar skill set.
It is a perfect circle, after all.
It is
one of the earliest vampire hunters in media, at least in the 90s, as far as early. But Buffy the Vampire Slayer, she was a cheerleader and a vampire hunter.
Yeah,
it's
but
a perfect circle.
I'm saying that like it's a decent skill set to develop. Like former cheerleaders are pretty athletic. I'm pretty sure Alexa Bliss was a former cheerleader.
Oh yeah, no, cheerleading is a sport in and of itself.
You gotta learn how to jump and tumble, and that takes like fucking fitness.
It takes fitness. That takes like a lot of athleticism. You gotta do those. You gotta land those dismounts and shit.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Alaric Saltzman hands Elena a grenade and then sets it off, and then she's gotta throw it, and then it just does this like Adobe After Effects ass like fucking explosion effect off screen. It's just like this little
CG.
Just some shitty CG explosions. But
oh
by
my
the
god,
way,
I've already got the screen cap of it.
The car exploding, like that was way better than the fucking little shitty like grenade they had.
I think that was practical effect. I think that we will get to the car exploding, but I think that might have been practical effect.
It might have been practical, but this sure fucking ain't.
This sure was not.
So they start talking, and it's just like Alaric's just kind of being like, if any vampire comes to fight or like deal with you, you got to be strong enough to deal with them. And Elena just replies like, "Stop calling him pronouns. It's Stefan."
Yeah, stop with the pronouns. It's Stefan.
Pronouns in my vampire story.
You don't have to use pronouns. You can say Stefan. It's like, okay, Stefan.
Stefan
hurt you.
Stefan is
bad.
I was going to say, if we could try to describe this episode without using pronouns. Because all these people are bitching about fucking pronouns, but like they don't know that like half the English language is pronouns.
It really is.
So just no he, no she. It's just we have to call
no they, no it, no us, no you, no I.
And it's just Stefan. Stefan grabs a thing, and Stefan's all over it.
Yeah, it turns into that one like fucking game where it's like you have to like, where it's like explaining something. It's on like fucking Quizlemania all the time.
I don't know. Oh, it's that one where you can't repeat a word or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that, but with a recap.
I always tune out of it because I'm always like, I don't want to listen to like Last Word Standing or whatever it's called.
Right, yeah.
So, Alaric claims that like Elena getting out of bed is stronger than he'll ever be, and then he just lays down on a bed that he took with him in the forest.
That's how weak he is.
He's so weak he took his bed with him.
That way he'll never get out of bed.
I'll never get out of bed if I carry my bed. You're stronger than I'll ever be, Elena. We cut to OK Go and senior day, opening day of the next. It's been officially 1 year since
it has been 1 year. They're now seniors, and except for Jeremy, who's now a junior.
3 seasons to 1 year, I guess. We'll hold it to that.
We'll hold it to that. 50 episodes is a year. This is the 50th episode of Vampire Diaries.
Congratulations in hindsight.
Yeah, way to go. Apparently, Nina Dobrev, Paul Wesley, and Ian Somerhalder are the only actors who appear in all 50 episodes.
Fair.
You know what? Yeah, fair. I'm impressed that they never had a point where they had to write one of them out. So that's pretty cool.
It's one of those song episodes because it cuts from OK Go to like another song.
And, we will have.
We're at the Salvatore house and they're playing Blood Twister. It's just Twister, but with blood, and I don't know the rules.
Like Stefan just keeps biting these ladies' hands every time he spins the Twister wheel. He's like, left hand.
You know, I had a bad experience playing Twister when I was playing with my friend Mark, and then he just like farted on my face.
God damn.
And then I never played Twister again. Thanks, Mark.
Fair.
He also let me borrow his copy of Big Mother Truckers 2, if you've ever heard of Big Mother Truckers
2.
Big Mother Truckers 2.
I believe that was a game by Eutechnics who would later make Ride to Hell?
It might be. Oh yeah, the subtitle for Big Mother Truckers 2, of course, was Truck Me Harder.
Truck Me Harder. I'm fairly certain that they
Eutechnics did.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Right to hell.
They also made NASCAR 15. What the fuck?
Yeah, they had a lot of various like 007 Racing.
They got some
series.
okay games in here. They made Pimp My Ride.
Pimp My Ride. Hot Wheels beat
Ford
that.
Versus Chevy. Street Racing Syndicate's an okay racing game.
But still, Ride to Hell Retribution.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, folks.
Where were we?
Anyway.
Well,
back at school. It's senior year.
No, the
prank night was.
They're at the fuck. Yeah, prank night was a bust. Only 2 people died.
And everyone's just like, so what if my Bonnie's like, so what if my boyfriend is seeing ghosts? And Caroline's like, so what if my boyfriend's a hybrid? And Elena, complete downer, is like, it's our anniversary.
It's our anniversary.
I met Stefan here 1 year ago.
And yeah, Stefan's partying it up, and Damon's like, in my house.
You're getting corpses on the Persian rug.
You're getting corpses on the Persian rug, and then Rebecca just walks in.
And he's like, I'm staying here now.
I live with you. I got a pay raise.
I guess she doesn't have to be invited in if the vampires own the house.
So if the vampires own the deed to the house, does that mean you could just let any vampire into your house?
Yes, but humans have to be invited in.
Sorry, looks like you can't come in. You're not a vampire.
Stupid.
Vampires, like the vampire's weakness, property rights. That'll get them. Things were a lot easier back when everything was a serfdom, but don't worry, those days are coming back. The other reason why we're not doing episodes is because fucking it's hell world now in America. And
it's rough to find the energy, but we are trying to keep you guys entertained.
Yeah, and me.
and also us. We actually have been really enjoying this show.
It's a decent. The show's fine. Apparently, it's pretty good up until like season 6. But we're in the fucking peak Vampire Diaries here, folks.
We're in the good zone still.
We're in the good zone. Matt's in his truck. Wait, no, actually, it's Bonnie and Jeremy. I think they're talking.
They're talking about the whole ghost seeing thing, and I think they're talking about the fact that. Are they talking about the fact that Matt can see Vicki now, or is that not a thing they know yet?
I don't know. I think they do know that he can see Vicki, but I think they're talking about Jeremy just having like cuck ghost girlfriends, and how she doesn't want to be in a relationship with two cuck ghosts.
Yeah, she's Bonnie's upset with being cucked by ghosts.
Yeah, fair.
Which is fair.
I don't know how I feel about my ex and my other ex watching me have sex with my third girlfriend.
Right, I don't know. Jeremy's not as weirded out about this as he should be.
I would say there was a third and a fourth wheel, but that would make a whole car.
And speaking of car, we're in Matt's truck and he's talking with Vicki.
He's talking
and
with
it's
Vicki.
Basically.
And apparently, if you think about a ghost, you can just hang out with them as much as you want.
But it seems like only if you have a near-death experience. Like, you have to, like, I guess, touch the veil between worlds, as it were.
Yeah, like drown yourself.
like drown yourself or get shot by Sheriff Forbes.
I hope that this podcast will be as good as I once was by Toby Keith. No.
God damn it.
Sorry. I keep getting like Toby Keith suggestions. Beer for my horses. Don't give your horses beer.
That's a terrible idea, Toby Keith. Why would you do that?
Who's that man? Well, that's Stefan.
Matt eventually gets out of the car.
Matt gets out of the car and Tyler's like, "Sup, Matt? Who are you talking
what are you
to?
Doing
your dead
car?
Your dead sister?"
Catherine's trying to wake up Mikhail in the tomb, and she's like throwing him like dead mice and shit, and he's not responding.
I had to feed the snake I borrowed. Her name was Metallica. I had to feed it dead rats, and that was around the time I didn't want to feed it anymore because it was really strange to feed dead rats to things.
You just did not want a snake at that point. It sounded like a cool thing, and then you had to feed it. It was like, I'm good. I'm good
well,
on this.
I heard if you have a smaller snake, you could feed it like grasshoppers or some shit. But like, it was a 5-foot python named Metallica, of course.
Of course.
She, her.
Because
yes. Metallica is a female name. And
guys.
And she was cool. It's just I didn't like feeding her dead mice.
It's just like, man, I don't think I want a snake anymore.
I had to give her back to Ariana. That was her name. Not Ariana Grande. Different person.
Different Ariana. Unless we find out it was Ariana Grande.
She was a kind of a chubby blonde girl, so probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Anyway,
it's bonfire day, just like in the pilot.
Yeah, Spirit Squad bonfire night.
Spirit Squad, baby. Kenny, Mikey,
Kenny, Mikey, Nikki,
Mitch,
Johnny, Mitch,
and we are gay. No, they're not gay. In 2006 WWE, like, it was all gay jokes. That's just what it was.
I mean, well, they were
They
cheerleaders.
were cheerleaders, so everyone would say they're gay because they're cheerleaders.
They were men.
And men.
But they were cheerleaders.
But they were cheerleaders and men, and they're gay, but they're not gay. But DX says they're gay, so they're gay. Vince McMahon.
I'm doing the fucking wrestle talk bit of like, you see, they're men, but they're cheerleaders.
Normalize all cheerleaders being hot. Anyway.
Normalize male cheerleaders. It's
Normalize
fun.
male cheerleaders.
Like we said, it's a sport. It's an actual, like...
It's a sport.
It's physically demanding.
It requires a lot of skill. Especially because the guys usually are the ones, like, holding up other people.
Yeah.
Tyler drinks some blood, and then gets blood on his sweatshirt, and Caroline does not like it.
So they drag him into the bathroom, and I'm fairly certain they drag him into the women's room.
I think it was the men's bathroom, but I think it's
because was there a urinal?
But Elena was also there, I think, so...
Yeah, so I'm genuinely not sure.
Because when Elena leaves, Stefan jumps her, and he's just like, "Why are you here, Stefan?" It's like, "Because we're at school." Go Timberwolves!
Go Timberwolves! He's gonna try and get back on the football team after their original coach died.
Lark's gonna get Google. I forgot what that joke meant. Stefan shoves him against the locker. By the way, I'm getting fucking ads now. Thanks, Thanks, HBO Max. Fuck off. Uh,
I genuinely think it's something to do with opera because I have Brave and that does not happen to me. So I'm wondering if it's just opera's not as like reliable.
So Stefan butts in on history class where Alaric's going to talk about the Native Americans, the people who actually were like the people who found America.
Founders of the country.
And then
yeah.
Rebecca is at school now and it's like, what about Thorfinn, son of Thors?
Yeah, she's like, what about the Vikings?
Leif Erikson. Well, I mean, they're the people, I mean, they tried to colonize America, but they weren't like the natives to America. That would be the Native Americans. The Native Americans were in America, natively.
Yes.
At least, like, I think there was like, okay, so if I recall, Africa, and then they went to Asia, and then there was a land bridge on Alaska, and like they walked there, and then when the ice caps melted, it turned into an island, and then they were just in America afterwards. But yeah, but then they were Native Americans.
They couldn't really reach Alaska. Yeah.
Football team.
Anyway,
Matt goes to the stoner zone to talk to Vicki, and for some reason he just like I wanted to go here because you're a stoner.
yeah, you got a familiar territory.
Jeremy
talk.
Jeremy pokes his head in, but he just goes to the bathroom so he can talk to Anna. And Vicki talks about like I want to come back to life, man.
I know a way to do it.
And he's like, yeah, but you're a ghost. And it's like, have you watched Being Human on Sci-Fi? I don't need no man. Anyway, this town's full of werewolves and vampires and shit. A ghost is no fucking problem.
Yeah.
We're at the football tryouts, and Rebecca wants to join the cheerleading squad, and Tyler's there, and he's got a do-rag.
Tyler's got a do-rag on. There is a spot open, most likely because of Dana dying in the last episode.
Yeah. Fucking Prank Night's wild. But not
Prank Night's wild. But it was a total bust, only 2.
So, the coach reprimands Tyler, but Tyler compels him so that he can go to the bonfire and get drunk.
And Caroline's like, dude, be a little subtle about it. Come on.
And then Rebecca in the background just turns into a stunt double and just starts doing backflips. Does backflips.
Is doing cartwheels and shit, yeah.
Elena is doing exercise, like lightly running. And Stefan runs with her and he's like, hey, what's up? And then she starts
just some jogging.
She turns around and jogs the other way, and then he jogs backwards into a guy and goes, "Dick,
fuck you, shove.
Step up, dick."
Dick.
Mikhail's got little dribbles of blood on his face, and like, no, I don't wanna. And
he finally wakes up. You way, I don't want it.
You yucky. Ugh. Elena's now lifting some weights, and Damon shows up to fuck with her some more, and he's like, hey, if you want me to stab him, I could, but I will show you all the weak points for stabby, like under the rib cage.
Here's a really good spot to stab a vampire if you ever need to stab a vampire.
Here's my YouTube tutorial on how to stab a guy.
On how to stab a vampire.
Okay, we're at the bonfire party. Elena's setting
up... Damon's a terrible spotter, I want to note.
He is. Elena's setting up the plan, and Alaric's just like, and then I'll shoot him.
He's still mad at Stefan, or he's still mad at Damon, but then again, Damon did kill him.
Come on, like how many times are you gonna bring? You killed me.
Damon, you killed me. I'm allowed to be mad at you for so long.
You broke my neck to win an argument. Tyler's weirdly defensive about Klaus. He's also in this like little fucking powwow meeting that Elena's got going. Yeah. He tries to turn around, but like Damon knocks him out.
Yeah, Damon gets him from behind. I think he throws something at him, doesn't he?
I think, but he might be loyal to Klaus because Klaus sired him or some shit like that.
Hey! Terminology we've been using for a while. But
yeah.
I kind of like that there's a different context to it here. Where siring is like making them kind of your master, like they are under your control.
So Matt's doing his best pagan ritual, and by the way, he gets it first try.
Yeah, no flinching with the cut on the hand.
No flinching with the cut on the hand, and when the fucking little picture that he bleeds on lights up and smokes, he's just like, "Oh, we did it. Now I gotta sacrifice a
Yeah,
goat."
Vicki, you're back to life now.
Back to reality. Back to life. And then she beats Matt with a wrench.
Yeah, she's like, all right, now I gotta kill Elena.
What?
Gets him with a wrench.
Meanwhile, at the bonfire party, Elena is drinking alcohol and Rebecca is eating marshmallows.
She's having some marshmallows. She's learning about s'mores.
Damon's plan is to distract her, because she's going to stop them from getting to Stefan, but not if he's going to give her marshmallows.
She burns the fuck out of this marshmallow, too.
Matt got hit with a wrench, but he woke up just in time to call Bonnie.
Oh my god. During the scene with Rebecca and Damon, we decided to just kind of casually discuss our marshmallow toasting tactics.
Yes, we were discussing marshmallow toasting tactics, and I mentioned that I'm kind of a perfectionist because I don't want my marshmallow burned, so I rotate it.
You want it brown and even.
I rotate it at a very steady pace, and I get it very brown and very consistently, like, golden brown.
Yeah, I tend to get it just a little bit tan and then just pull it out. Just tan and just, like, warm enough that it starts melting on the inside.
Yeah, but Rebecca's was, like, charred.
Hers was burnt to fuck. To be fair, I think she said she never had s'mores before, so.
They mentioned that s'mores were invented in 1926, and she was staked in 1922. Continuity. Hey.
Continuity, yeah. Anyway, yeah, Matt, despite being cracked over the head with a wrench, is just up in, like, minutes.
Look, I've dealt with brain damage before, Bonnie. I'm good.
I'm on the football team. This is nothing.
I'm on the football team. I get this, like, every day.
like
my coach
here
says,
I'm thinking that getting cracked over the wrench, you're, like, out for the rest of the episode.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
You can catch a wrench, you can catch a field goal or something.
For touchdown.
If I can't make a 2-point conversion with a wrench, then what the fuck am I doing on this team?
I'll catch that wrench anytime. I'll catch that.
All the football fans in our audience, which is a very small amount, just crying at me not understanding any of the terminology.
Punt return, wrench to the head. So she realizes that Damon's trying to distract her and stabs him with the marshmallow stick.
Just grabs the branch and just jabs it right into him. Very good.
Tyler wakes up from his asleep, and Caroline, like, just says that you're being controlled by Klaus, and Tyler's like, no, I'm not. And then they make out.
You're turning into a real dick.
You're turning into a dick, and it's like, I don't want to be a dick.
All the good things about me is you, or something like that.
Whatever.
The best part of me is you, and I'm just like,
good talk.
I'm just like, Tyler, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, no, we're just making out now. Okay.
We're kissing. So Elena is at the bleachers, and Stefan found her, and she's like, ha, I'm so drunk right now.
Okay, it's everything I like about me is you. I just like the idea of Caroline going, Tyler, what the fuck was that? Oh, yeah, okay, we're making out now.
What? Kiss me. And Elena's like, hey, what if I fell? Whoops. Whoops.
Yeah, she's playing around on the bleachers.
And he's like,
Toby Keith is just teleporting around them.
How do you like me now?
How do you like me now?
Because it looks like the bleachers Toby Keith was singing. I remember we were watching a random fucking, like, episode of TNA that came out. Like,
it was the first pay-per-view.
It was the first pay-per-view, and they showed How Do You Like Me Now, and then we realized it was a music video for a song 3 years ago.
3 years before that.
3 years.
And like, and Toby Keith was just teleporting around the field.
Teleporting around the field and singing about how much he wants to have sex with somebody or something.
With this random lady. Who was just kind of like having a bad time, but Toby Keith was just teleporting around a football field.
The world, oh. I just keep dragging her down the stairs.
Putting her back on the bleachers.
Putting her back on the bleachers. So Elena falls, and Stefan catches her just in time for the boom headshot from Alaric from 10 feet, and he's looking down the crossbow scope.
I genuinely thought he had shot Elena at first. I didn't realize. Oh no, she's fine. But Stefan got fucking headshotted.
The White Lotus is on HBO Max, but first Vicky's doing a weed.
Vicky, after having come back to life, has first cracked her brother over the head with a wrench and is now having a weed.
We call that Tuesday in the Donovan house.
Tuesday in the Donovan house.
Look, she's hit me with wrenches before.
I've built an immunity to it.
I have an inner strength.
Bonnie's just like, Matt, I think you need to have your brain checked.
Matt, you're not okay. No Nirvana happens, but they do kidnap Stefan and stuff him into Alaric's SUV. But which Vicky lit on fire.
Yeah, there's gasoline trail. She lights up like the gasoline trail with a cigarette.
She somehow locks it from the outside, and Elena can't unlock
magic,
it.
I guess.
And Alaric's like, oh shit, and then he runs over to a truck and gets like a lacrosse stick.
His little lacrosse stick and tries to smash open the windows. That doesn't work. Pretty strong windows you got there, Rick.
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't try to break it with your elbow like Goldberg did.
Oh my god, no.
No.
That would have been bad.
And then you'll bleed to death, and then you'll have to come back again.
Yeah. Well, because it wouldn't have been done by a vampire, so he might actually not come back from that.
Bonnie cuts Matt's other hand just so they're even, so she can undo the ritual.
He gets flinchy during this one, which is very weird.
Yeah, he flinches during this one. Elena's fighting in the burning car, and she's starting to pass out. But like Bonnie summons Vicky back, and Matt tells her that she's fired.
Go home.
You're fired,
Go
Vicky.
Go to the afterlife now.
No.
No, and then she's gone. And then they eventually pull Lena and Stefan out of the car, and then it explodes.
It blows up with a decent explosion effect. And
With an actually decent explosion effect.
Then we cut to Damon, and she's got the little itty bitty burn on her face.
And she's got like a little cut that he's treating.
And it's just like, you were pretty drunk earlier, Damon says to Elena, and Elena's like, you don't know how fucking drunk I can get. But
Y'all underestimate my alcohol tolerance.
I'm no fucking lightweight. I could drink you and Stefan under the fucking table. So
what I do right now?
One of Elena's skills, just drinking a lot of liquor.
Impressive drinking habits. Alaric's also there, and I imagine he has now just more reason to hate Damon.
Man, you blew up my car.
My fucking car got blown up for this
My
plan.
fucking car.
My SUV, man.
I can't explain it to my insurance.
How am I supposed to explain that a ghost lit my car on fire?
A ghost lit my car on fire. Like, what the fuck?
How am I gonna explain that one?
Father's got a towel on because he was making out with Caroline, and Rebecca shows up, and he's got some lady, and they eat her.
She's got a lady for him to eat. Also, Vicky had a real elaborate plan for killing Elena, compared to just what she did with her brother, which was crack him over the head with a wrench.
Look, I'm saying that Matt is like in the exception for how effective getting in the head with a pipe wrench is. I feel like if you hit Elena with a pipe wrench,
you didn't really need to like wait for them to load up an SUV with Stefan so you could light the SUV on fire with her inside of it. You could have just snuck up behind her with the pipe wrench and gotten her. She's a human. You can drop her with a pipe wrench.
You can drop her with a pipe wrench. There's something in that head, unlike Matt.
Yeah.
So, Catherine's still with Mike McHale, and he's like, "Oh, I can kill him." Or it's like, I need you to
I can kill Klaus. In fact, if you help me out, I'll totally kill Klaus.
I'll kill the shit out of Klaus.
So Catherine breaks the chains.
Like, why won't you drink blood? It's like, because I said I won't drink the blood of the living, but you're not living. Attack. bite sounds.
Eats the shit out of Catherine.
Eats the shit out of Catherine.
We get some sort of confrontation with Rick and Stefan.
Stefan and Alaric are just like, oh man, you got me.
You got me.
Alaric walks off, and then Elena's just like, it's okay, it's okay, Stefan. Psych!
I still have hope.
Psych!
Oh yeah, I still have hope that I can save you, but also punches him right in, like they go for a hug, and she just punches him right where Damon said to punch him.
And the stabby glove goes off because she's been practicing.
and fucking Stefan drops. And it's like, oh shit.
Jeremy's trying to call Bonnie about the cuck ghosts. And Anna's like, why the fuck am I here if you're calling your current girlfriend? And
yeah,
why I can't stop thinking about ghost cucking.
About you. and
they hold hands.
Like, I can't stop thinking about you either.
And then they hold hands, but they can feel each other's hands for some reason.
And we're just like, okay, what? What? This is like the first time where some sort of lore drop has happened where we have been genuinely confused.
Damon at his house is dealing with stock breaking sound effects from GarageBand or like wherever you get them from.
Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
And then fucking Mason shows up.
Yeah, we didn't clock that this was Mason at first. For some reason, I thought it was Tyler, and you thought it was Mikhail.
I thought it was Mikhail, and like he got his old person makeup off or something.
Yeah, and I for some reason thought it was Tyler, which I guess I was the closer one of the two answers.
I thought he was. It's just like I thought he dies once.
Mason was pretty dead from what I recall. But yeah, and then I went to the wiki page, and it said just at the end, Mason appears at the Salvatore boarding house. Like, Mason? Mason's alive and is beating the shit out of Damon.
We're just gonna not talk about it.
I'm okay. You know what? Show, you've got me wondering what's going on here. Like, how is Mason back? How is Anna becoming corporeal? Like,
was there a spell that made all ghosts corporeal?
Like, what's going on here? Like, you got me curious. You got me wanting to find out what's happening on the next episode. Good job, like, genuinely.
It does feel out of fucking nowhere, though.
It does feel out of nowhere. And I'm hoping that the answers we get are satisfactory, because otherwise this will be a bad run for these episodes.
Okay.
Or not like a bad run, but like
it's a decent episode.
Like,
it progressed the plot. Matt got hit with a wrench. Everything's good.
Matt getting hit with a wrench was hilarious to me.
We've got "This Too Shall Pass" by OK Go as the song that plays at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Soundtrack.
Black Iron Lung by the Gods of Macho, whoever the fuck that is.
Okay, that's the Gods of Macho.
My Body by Young the Giant.
These are some real, like, fucking, you've never heard these guys again after this episode.
Brick by Brick by the Arctic Monkeys, back before they were the band that did the truck commercial song.
Yeah.
You ever
get hit with a wet spaghetti noodle? Because you found out your girlfriend has a twin sister,
and you got
confused and fucked her dad.
That's what it's like to drive the new Ford F-250. We got Rave On by Cults.
I think Cults has been on this show before.
Satellite by The Kills.
The Kills probably less so.
And Take Your Time by the Carey Brothers.
Yeah.
Wherever that is. That's the kissing song, I think, because they got a kissing song.
Yeah, that's the kissing song. That's we're wrapping up the episode. We get a little slow, kind of acousticy song going.
Where a guy goes, "Hey."
Yeah, there's usually a little bit of falsetto in there. Yeah, overall, no, I very much enjoyed this episode, despite all the troubles we had trying to watch it.
So,
fucking.
I guess this warrants a discussion since we took another break and came back because of work. Do we keep watching Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, I'd say so. Honestly, like that's the thing. Despite our struggles to get to this episode, the show is still very enjoyable at this point.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to figure out, like, it's not that we're not enjoying the episodes. It's just, it's been. Look, I got sick again, and I got sick again, and then you had work, and then, like, it's just got real fucking annoying and stressful. But yeah.
But yeah, but no, there's nothing. Nothing has put me off from watching the show. So that's a good thing.
The only thing that's happened between then and now is some guy just telling me I suck on one of my YouTube comments.
on one of your episodes, just because you have like 100 subscribers, and then that guy wasn't even like this guy was like had 2.
Well, here's the thing. I've doubled my subscribers in the last year. It's just it went from 50 to 100, so it's not that impressive.
but that's still progress. And also, it's just like, while we do love doing this podcast, YouTubing is not like your plan for a career.
If it doesn't make me money, so until it
Yeah,
does,
exactly.
I got to do other stuff.
Unless this like channel just blows up or this podcast blows up, this is just a thing we do because it's fun.
It's a hobby.
And we enjoy it. It's a hobby more than anything.
So, yeah, we can't get episodes every week, even though we try really hard, and,
We try, but, we struggle. But you can still find us on YouTube at These Hot Idiots.
If you like this show, consider subscribing, and if you could tolerate our personalities for long enough.
Yeah, maybe leave a comment down below.
Tell that guy.
Letting us know what.
Tell that guy that shut up.
Shut up. And you can find us on our Tumblr pages, Mega Fighter 343 and Ashe Nightshade.
Yeah.
And also you can find us on Blue Sky, Mega Fighter Free, and Rise Shark. Although we're probably gonna make like a.
I think we should just eventually, if we make enough episodes, we should just make like a These Hot Idiots Blue Sky.
Yeah, Blue Sky for These Hot Idiots would be good too.
Or we could just have like joint. We could do a joint, like just sign it off with signatures or something.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Oh yeah, a joint account. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly just because I want to post pictures of my cat on my one.
Yeah.
So, we'll see you when we see you. Hopefully next week, but you never know.
Besides, you had too many